All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
We got this. First down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same. Right, the coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota now. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Sammy Watkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
3rd and long for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
One.
Now Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 18-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Gordon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's coming. Kill.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Nick O'Leary, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They'll run on first down. Elliott. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. From the 30 on second down, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Prescott now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. Intended that time for Cooper. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I think I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
First down, Mariota. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Sammy Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Elliott, he's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 18 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. This is Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 62 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Ito Smith, his first carry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Under 10, under 10, 10. We're going to 53.
They start on the ground with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 63 yards on the ground.
At the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Check 15.
They go back to Grant. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
4th down and goal.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing is Mariota. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At their their 49-yard line.
Blue line. 44. Hey.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DeMonte Kingsley. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, "Oh no, I better get down," and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 78 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Harris Campbell, 77 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gostkowski with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. To throw is Mariota. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gostkowski the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, they've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On second and 10, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Prescott to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. A toss play. Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.